Y'all know me. I got to goddamn hit that weed, so got to bear with me a second. I'm an OG, man. I got habits. I got my. Ooh, shit, hold on. Okay, I got some shit to talk about. Not bad. Not nothing about y'all, but it's some good shit. So let me put this down. You know me, man. I'm gonna take me 2 or 3 hits. Then I'm gonna take me a motherfucking shot of this alcohol. What a sweet. Shit. All right, check game. We're gonna talk about some big shit. Not, you know, my shit per se, but in order to be or want to be or claim to be trying to be perfect, you know, a lot of people say there's no such thing as perfection. You can't be perfect. I disagree with that. And I'm not saying I'm right, but I still disagree with it. Because every morning that I remember, sometimes I must admit I don't remember, but every morning that I remember, I have to say to myself, today is my day, and if it ain't, I'm gonna make it my day. I have to. I have to say some form of that. And I don't know if it even helps. But what I'm saying is, when I say it, it does something as far as my intentions. Now, my intentions is to always do what I say I'm going to do. Being in the game can be defeating if you let it defeat you. I mean, in the way we live, and I'm explaining all this, you're supposed to accept the loss and not let it defeat you. It is very possible to lose 2 times in a row and not let it defeat you. All right. Let me ask you something. If you had a chance to win $100 and you only won $1, wouldn't you feel defeated? Okay. Maybe you wouldn't. But let me just show you how people like us is supposed to think about things like that. When I was down and dirty, I would talk to 100, 150 females every week. Most of them, I didn't even, follow up on because I could see immediately that, I don't want to waste my time with them. But by the end of the week, now you got to pay attention there because I'm going to drop a bomb on you. By the end of the week, when I had ran through that 100 broads, that 150 broads, and it got told 100 or 150 times, no, fuck you, or whatever, something like that. Man, when I ran through that shit, it was tallying up in my mind what I did. I felt like I had accomplished some big shit. Only a real motherfucker could get turned down 150 times and still think he learned something really flat. See, I did learn something fly. You know what that was? Nigga gotta stay down. I ain't letting nothing stop me. And every time I thought about that, after I was, was looking out, man, I didn't get through like sometimes 200 bras this week. Every time I think that, it just make me think I'm a motherfucker. I mean, how can I be a motherfucker if I'm trying to catch a bitch 150 times, 200 times, and I get 200 no's? Because I didn't do it the same way 200 times. The only thing I did the same was get at the bitch. What I said out of my mouth was completely different every time. Therefore, I'm putting work in. I'm learning. I'm doing stuff. I'm making myself perfect. You're not born that way. You have to work at being perfect. You see, the only thing that's really important is that I know no matter how many of them goddamn women I talk to, no matter how many of them motherfuckers turn me down, is really they lost. Because I can have as many of them, 5, 6, 7 of them at a time. They can't ever find another motherfucker like me. This is in my head as I'm getting told no. So I know I'm the prize. I know it. I ain't gonna even try to show nobody that I know it. I don't give a fuck if you don't know that I know. Because you're gonna find out real soon when you say something wrong. Or when you think something that I think you shouldn't be thinking. And there is no way in the world I would even want to deal with some goddamn bitch who can't recognize that I'm the prize. Shit. My attitude is about that week and that 150 or whatever amount of women. My attitude about it is I'm glad that that week is over. Now that that week is over, this week I'm catching me a hoe. Why? Because I'm being perfect. Because more than anything, I'm not counting how many bras turn me down. I'm being a pimp. I'm being a motherfucking pimp. And now one of you motherfuckers gonna tell me that ain't what a pimp do. In theory, that motherfucker don't get told no, that's because he don't give a fuck. He don't even hear no. Let's say I talk to 150 bitches a week. And at the end of the month, that's 600 bitches. Times 12 months, that's like 7,200. 7,200 women. And then at the end of the end of the year, I catch one. Motherfucker catch one. Well, not a year, but let's just go with what I'm saying. You catch one. Do you know a motherfucker ain't gonna remember now one of them 199 motherfucking bitches that told you no? Somebody told me no. Oh, I don't, man, you're gonna be on such a cloud because this pimping been paid off. It's like this when you a regular Joe also. I just happen to be talking to pimp niggas tonight. But what I'm saying is when you a regular square ass motherfucker, if you give yourself things to achieve within your realm, you don't have to achieve what I'm talking about achieving. You just have to achieve what you set out to achieve. But you can be the same motherfucker I'm talking about being. You ain't got to be no pimp to be a motherfucker. You just have to set parameters for yourself And the only way you can go any further is to remain within them parameters as you go trudge along. Man, this week, this is what I tell myself. I'm still shooting at 100 bitches. Think of this though. This is how you gotta think. You can't look at the bullshit. What I'm saying is this. Let's just use the round number of 100. Now, at the end of that week, if I just get 1%, that's one bra. I feel like I'm batting 1,000. I do. Let me tell you something. Because that one bitch, after I get through grooming her, she gonna pay my ass royally. She gonna pay me. So what I'm saying, if you wanna be perfect, you have to give yourself parameters. Now, what parameters do I have as far as what I'm talking about? Well, what I'm saying is, real motherfucker, he ain't taking no shorts. He ain't cheating. He ain't no chippy with no motherfucking bitch. You know, the bitch ain't paying. He ain't motherfucking trying to even think about her pussy. Look, what I'm saying is, part of him being this motherfucker is to stay down at bitches. And you ain't finna say hi to no motherfucking bitch and start, talking about the goddamn sky or whatever. You're gonna say hi and the bitch say hi right back, the right way. You're gonna motherfucking get at her. Like, that's what pimps do. So what I'm saying is, as far as doing what pimps do, I'm batting 1,000. You gotta think. You gotta see. You gotta know that this shit that we live is truly real. So, what I'm saying, each and every week that I get at those 100 bras, however many bras, and get told no 100 times, I'm only doing what a real pimp do. This is what you gotta understand. So you don't hear us talking about how many times we got told no. Shit. But when we with each other, we talk about that. Because a nigga get told no. What I'm saying is, you have to understand perfection. Perfection is doing whatever it is designed or whatever you should do 100. And if you do that, you're approaching perfection. Now, I don't play politics with my goddamn lifestyle. I'm straight raw dog about this game. So I want to just say a couple of other things. Then I'm going to see what y'all saying. But, because I'm not a political dude. But that don't stop me from having opinions about shit. And I know that mostly I believe in the no nonsense of the game. I just do. When you see nonsense, that's all politics is nonsense. But when you see that kind of shit, you can't fuck with it. You just can't. You're gonna lose. None of us win. Democrats are politicians. What I'm saying is, everything that's supposed to be done is said, but none of that's done. But the motherfuckers that really got the money, they keep getting their help. They getting help. See, in the game, there's no color barriers. There's no sex barriers. There's no motherfucking turf. Shit. There is no ceiling of how much you can have, and there's no bottom to how low your motherfucking ass can go. What I'm saying is the game is about thriving or not. It is no there's in between if you want to deal with it. I don't know what that is. I ain't never been no in between motherfucker. So if you know what that is, I ain't gonna say it ain't. But in the way I see shit, it's thriving or not. This game. Now, motherfucker, just because I'm talking to pimps, because I kick it with pimps too, but you could be a big old square because I'm a square. I ain't got no hoes. Shit. I just got game. So what I'm saying, man, this is the only fucking lifestyle that truly is free of prejudices. Now, don't get me wrong. Within this game, individually, we do have a lot of prejudice, but the game itself is not. As long as you get down properly, you cool. Now I gotta take a puff. I'm talking a lot. Okay. See, in reality, it's up to us as representatives of the truth, to remain concentrated or concentrating on coming up, trying to make a mark. What I'm saying is, there again, as long as you're really and truly doing that, there you are, carrying that torch properly. Perfection. You can't be satisfied. Everything you do only means you're going to do something else, bigger and better. If you don't think like that, you're not being true. Okay, well, I'm saying make up your own rules. See how far you go. You might get some money because it ain't about no money. Everybody doing anything slick gonna get some money. But who's gonna prosper to where you go somewhere and, hey, Rosebud, what's happening? Come on, man. Man, I wish you would have to pay, man. Come on, man. Man, that shit happens to me. What I'm saying is perfection. I'm not saying we all do it perfect the same way, but I'm explaining there's parameters. And the parameters in the pimping means that no matter how many goddamn times some motherfucking bitch tell you no, your ass still finna get at the next one you see. So it ain't about no 300 bitches that you can talk to this week and you was able to accept no. It's about, that's what pimps do. So why should it be a big deal? Because you motherfuckers claim this shit and can't get told no 2 times without thinking something wrong with the bitches. Man, something is wrong with them motherfuckers. They ain't got this pinning yet. Shit. Now, don't get me wrong. There's hella shit that needs or could be done a little better. But what I'm saying is, whatever can be done better, if you see it and don't do it, you slip it. But if you see it and you do it, then there's perfection again. My point is, in that way, perfection, we unique. We are unique. I'm coming to the end of my semester, my second semester at SW, second semester 2020. And I feel that I should be getting 100% appreciation from my students. And I do. Because I try with every, wait a minute now. We ain't talking about pimping no more. We're talking about me being a professor, but we still talking about perfection. Come on, man. I'm not gonna slip. Don't you slip either. I'm talking about perfection now. Well, not now. I'm talking about professors now, but I'm still talking about perfection. Like I said, this is 2020. My second semester, I'm coming to the end. And I should be appreciated, which I am. What I'm saying is, I'm not uh, happy or shocked or undeserving of being appreciated. So when I recognize it, the only thrill I should get is that that's what I want. That's what I be trying to do. I try with every fucking class, every semester, to get perfect attendance. And each student, I want them to ace that final test. What I'm saying is, if they ace it, they're getting 100%. God damn it. Because up till now, I haven't actually had a student get a perfect score, perfect final score. Now, that doesn't mean that they failed. That just means that they didn't get 100%, so I'm not graduating. Now, after I explain to them, sort of, I'm going to half explain it to you, but after I explain to them why I'm like that, they understood it and they're willing to they accept it. So, well, I could tell they understood. And I'm not going to say they accept it because I got a few more things to say about this shit. Because I know for a long time I won't be getting people to graduate the first semester. When they graduate, it's because they came back for a few semesters because the first semester they learned so much they thought they was whatever. But I have to smack them and let them know you didn't even pass, man. So, I mean, you passed, but you didn't graduate. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about you learned. It's an open book test. Everything is open book. It ain't like you got to figure the shit out. You just have to be able to execute. Okay. So now you got to understand what I'm saying to you guys. I'm talking about perfection. The assignments that I give them, they're not difficult, but they require thinking. And they require you can't be soft. What I'm talking about is, going up saying something to this woman, blah, blah, blah. Going over here and doing this with this, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying, you can't be soft. What I'm saying is this. 89, some 90s, everybody get those grades, which is passing grades. See, most of them are still shocked when in the end, when I have to remind them, man, I ain't finna pass. No, I mean, graduate no motherfucker that don't get 100. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is ask you this question. Do you think I'm being wrong? Okay, seemed like I heard yes. Would any of you let a doctor that got a B operate on your fucking heart? Which one of you would let a doctor that got an 87 operate on your goddamn heart? You got to understand what a motherfucker talking about. Because what I'm saying is if you can't get 100, you don't need to graduate. Now, if you get 100, you do. Because the motherfucker that's going to goddamn operate on me got straight A's, 100, or at least 98 and above. Ain't no 80 nothing gonna operate on me. Now, if you think you want to give them a chance, leave you all scarred up with big old webs and shit, let them. I ain't doing that. I wouldn't go with nobody that's less than a 98. But I ask for perfection. That's what this is about. Remember, if you ask for it, you got to look for it, and you got to know how to see it, and you got to know when you see it. So, all I'm looking for is a little perfection, just like you would look for in a surgeon. See, I look at it like that for my students' benefit. Because when they do, because I have had them graduate after the third or fourth semester, but when they do graduate, they be that person, that new person. They didn't they don't have to think of when to be this way or what way to be or none of that goddamn shit. Because they already know. In anything they do, they believe it's proper. Why? Because that's all they think about is what's proper. They're not going to think about robbing somebody or raping somebody or shooting somebody or doing some kind of crazy shit. That's you motherfuckers that think that kind of shit. These motherfuckers don't think nothing except what's pro them, whatever that is. And they learned how to do that shit fucking with me. No, I care nothing about pimping. And you ain't gonna learn shit about pimping. But everything in my course is about pimping. You wanna know why? I wrote it. Shit. Now it's directed for what it's directed for, but the way I'm delivering it and how and what I think this not pimp me talking. But I'm an educated motherfucker, so I know how to put that shit in a presentable manner so it can look educational. But I'm the same. They know it. I look for perfection in my students. I feel with the information that I present to all of my students, uh, it's backed up with support from our peers, actually, from my peers, and a couple of them that have graduated, they would be welcome to the round table too. But what I'm saying is the round table, you can't sit there unless you recognize. They gonna tell you, man, what the fuck wrong with you? Go sit somewhere else, fool. And you gotta eat that shit. But what I'm really trying to say is everything I'm telling them is backed up with support from my peers, with support from the curriculum, all the information that they have gotten passed out or bought through me. It's all supported. And it's like real shit being told to you by a real motherfucker. So it's like this. This is how the grading goes. Let's say you get 6 points on this. And it's a question. And I ask a question. And they just get, it's a yes or no question. And they answer yes or no. And they're correct. If they say yes or no, and whatever they say is correct, out of 6 points, they might get 5. Well, they answered correct. Yeah. But they should know, because what I teach is one word answers is no good. So Why they're no good is because it doesn't show your critical thinking. So otherwise, if the answer is no, you give the answer first. And then you start saying what supports your thinking. Now, that answer, no, that teacher's gonna say, oh shit, he's on the right track. And when they read your thinking, shoot, if you let's say you're thinking correctly, they're gonna say, oh yeah, he aced it, you're gonna get that. But let's say you're supporting what you're saying and your thinking is evident, but you just left some shit out. See, that's where that 8-8 come in. It's much more than 5. You give them 5.88, but you can't give them 6 because they did not touch this base. See, what I'm saying is, I am very well trained because every semester I learn myself. I be learning. I know how to look for stuff. I know how to bring stuff out. I didn't know it first. When I first started, I'll admit, I didn't know this shit. I just, went hard and learned. But I make all my students realize that 5.88 is damn good. But 6 is what you need to look at as a starting point. Because that 1200th of 1 point can kill your chances at catching that goddamn problem. This is where I make everything make sense. This is where they understand, which is why they come back. Because if you don't shoot 100%, you ain't catching that bitch. You ain't. You gonna get close, you gonna feel good. But who feel good about coming in second? Close only counting horseshoes. I don't play horseshoes. So I teach my guys that 99.88 is just a good grade. And if it's about an A, you have earned the A. But that 100, man, if it was only 99, and they understand the person that they're becoming has to have or has to get some kind of thrill out of chasing being perfect. I've had students tell me in weeks 1 and 2 out of 16 assignments, I received 16 scores of 100. I'm hearing this motherfucker getting ready to complain. And in week 3 out of 8 assignments, I received 7 100s. But this damn 99.88 put a wrench in my quest for a perfect score. And I tell them this. I know it sounds hard, but 4 plus 1 is 5, correct? They say yes. So 5 plus 5 is 10, correct? And they say yes. Times 4 is 35. What if they say yes? That's wrong. So that means that whole answer, that whole equation is wrong because you cannot say part of it is right because part of it is not the equation. This is why I do what I do. I make sense. I'm not just doing something. I'm making these motherfuckers accept perfection. How they gonna get it if they don't know it's possible? Come on. That's just the way I kick it. That's just how I do it. So Let me see what y'all talking about, because I'm getting hungry. Jordan Beville, laugh out loud. Talk your shit, man. Raw royalties. Cuddy and Young. What up, bud? This Cuddy right now. Sakia Green Rosebud. I love your green beret analogy. When it comes to the school, you have to be of that caliber or better. That's what's up, man. Fuck no, bud. He might kill my whatever, man. I don't know. Joshua J. Juice. Hassan Ball. I'd rather the brother say no instead of yes and waste my time. So no can be a blessing for sure. That's Hassan Ball. Jerry Gross. The prerequisite is taking losses. The no's. I'm still getting used to the next course. The yeses. Well, at least y'all listening. Battle tested King Dolo. Straight up popping Pat. The sun ball. Plus, she may see you again and she already know what time it is. Okay, whatever. Top of it. I ain't goddamn it. Don't start speaking. I don't fucking women here don't speak. You need to be mentally healthy to do mental gymnastics. Antoine Marbury. I think I know you, man. What's up? Take a few posts on that. Rashawn Ball. Hey, I'm gonna take a few posts. Wait till I'm off this shit. Rosebud, you funny. Okay, Jordan. All right, you guys. Y'all got this. Y'all something else. But I don't care. See, I read all that with a smile on my face because all you motherfuckers was talking about what I'm talking about. I mean, it wasn't enough for me to answer, but at least I'm starting to get the respect that I feel I should get in the motherfucking chat room. Because, man, I'm talking about this vintage car, and the motherfuckers start talking about golf balls. Like, man, come on, man. You disrespecting my time. I'm gone, you guys. Hey, stay safe. I don't know if I said it. I think I said it. That interview that I was supposed to go on this morning, excuse me, this morning just went perfect. I really creamed her out because she's a big old square. I could tell when she first started talking. Oh yeah, this big old square. I'm gonna just say she's real fly stuff. But it was on like a AM radio station, so I couldn't say no. Couldn't really say hoes, but I slipped and said that twice. But it was cool. Hey, you guys get with me. Support me. $1 Rosebud Bitters. Let me write that shit down. $1 Rosebud Bitter Dose. That's what I'm talking about. All right, you guys, be cool.